Hey guys, Mario here from MTG Diagnosis, and today we're going to upgrade Ajani Wise Counselor. The Ajani Planeswalker deck came out with the core set 2019, and here's his Planeswalker card. So it's one white, three colorless, 5 loyalty. For +2, you gain 1 life for each creature you control. For -3, creatures you control get +2/+2 until end of turn. And -9, put X +1/+1 counters until target creature, where X is your life total. So with this card, probably the best ability is the middle ability, where all your creatures get +2/+2, because we're going to be making a weenie deck. A white weenie deck is, has been around in Magic for decades, and basically you put out a bunch of 1/1 or 2/2 or 3 power or less creatures, and you just overwhelm your opponent. And here's the little before you play. Talks about playing the deck. Johnny calls on his many allies to help him in combat. Summon an army of small creatures and cover the battlefield early, holding off your opponent's attacks while you gain enough life to stay out of danger. With the help of Ajani Wise Counsel, bolster your creature's strength both individually and collectively. When your force grows powerful enough, overwhelm your opponent with a few massive attacks. So, terms to know: flying creatures, first strike, vigilance, which basically don't have to tap to attack, and lifelink. So mostly lifelink with this deck. And then there he is. So he likes to protect the weak. And so we're going to hold on one second, let me do some cleaning over here. So put that back in there. So that's what we know what we're working on. And here are the cards in the deck. So first you have Rustwing Falcon, and there's 3 Rustwing Falcons. So first you get 3 of those. Then you have 3 Court Clerics. 3 Court Clerics. This is a card only available in this deck. Lifelink, and gets +1/+1 as long as you control an Ajani Planeswalker. Not that great of a card. And that's your 6 1-to-cast spells. Next, you get 2 Ajani Pridemates, which is a very, very good card. Whenever you gain life, he gets +1/+1 counter, and that +1/+1 counter stays forever. 2 Oruscus Swiftclaw. He's 2 to cast for a 3/1. 3 power, 1 toughness. He's vanilla. Cavalry Drillmaster, 2 to cast and for 2/1, and when he enters the battlefield, target creature gets +2/+0 and gains first strike until end of turn. First strike is a good ability. Then you have 4 Silverbeak Griffins, and these are only available in this deck. It's 2 white for flying, 2/2, so a 2 cast for a 2/2 flying, which is okay. Revitalize, 2 to cast to gain 3 life and draw a card. Mighty Leap, 2 to cast for a 2/2, or to give a creature 2/2 and flying. And then Knight's Pledge, enchant creature, 2 to cast for a 2/2, +2/+2. Next, this is a good card we're going to actually have more of in this deck. Mentor of the Meek, 3 to cast for a 2/2. Whenever you cast a creature with power 2 or less enter the battlefield, you may pay 1 colorless to draw a card. So one of the things about a white weenie is that you go through your cards, quickly, so you need some kind of card draw. So that's a good card draw. Pegasus Courser, 3 to cast for a 1/3 flying, and whenever he attacks, your creatures get flying. One other creature can get flying. Misha Bugler, this is another card we're going to have more of in the upgraded deck. So 2/3 Vigilance for 3, and when he enters the battlefield, you may look at the top 4 cards of your library, put a creature card with power 2 or less from among them into your hand, and put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So for this deck, that's really good ability. And he's got Vigilance. 2 Luminous Bonds to help slow down your opponent. 2 Dwarven Priest, 4 for a 2/4, and you gain 1 life for each other creature you control. Ajani's Influence, so this is a card that's only in this box. 4 to cast to put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature, then look at the top 5 cards and reveal a white card and put it into your hand, put the rest in the bottom of your library in a random order. Inspired Charge, it's 4 to cast to give all your creatures +2/+1 until end of turn, and it's an instant. 2 Herald of Faith, so it's 2 white, 3 colorless for 5 for a 4/3 flying. Whenever you attack, gain 2 life. And then Sarah's Guardian, which is only available in this pack. It's 6 for a 5/5 flying vigilance, and other creatures you control have vigilance. And then the last card is a Meteor Golem, which is 3/3. Destroy any permanent your opponent controls that's not a land. And then we have 25 islands. So 25 islands. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna upgrade this deck. So first we're going to get rid of 3 Rustwing Falcons. So we're going to get rid of 3 of those, and then also 1 of the Court Clerics. And for that, we're going to put in 4 Leonin Vanguards. So 4 of these. It's 1 to cast for a 1/1 at the beginning of combat on your turn. If you control 3 or more creatures, Leonin Vanguard gets +1/+1, and you gain 1 life. So and that ability pairs very well with Ajani's Pridemate. So every time you gain a life or gain life, so you gain 1 life with that ability, you get a +1/+1 counter on Ajani's Pridemate. So we're going to get rid of the other 2 Court Clerics, and we're going to put in 2 Ajani Pridemate. And that is in addition to our original 2 Ajani Pridemates. So we have 4 Ajani Pridemates. Next, let's see here. Yeah, so next we're going to get rid of Ariscus Swiftclaw. 3/1 vanilla for 2 is not that great in this deck. And we're going to put in 2 more Militia Buglers. So in addition to the original 2, we're going to have 4 Militia Buglers. So we'll have those 4 right there. Next, we are going to get rid of the 4 Griffins. Get rid of these 4 Griffins for 4 of these Ajani Welcomes. And this is very important to gain life early in the game. Whenever you cast a creature, you're casting a lot of creatures, and you're also getting so anytime a creature comes into the battlefield, you gain 1 life, so you need to gain life, so in order to withstand any aggro decks. So, and then we're going to get rid of the 2 Cavalry Drill Masters. Get rid of those 2 guys, and then put in 2 Triumph of Gerard. So this saga is really good. I like this from Dominaria for the first time. So it's 2 to cast, put a +1/+1 counter on a creature with greatest power for the first turn, then the second turn, and then the third turn. You do the same thing on the second turn, and then the third turn, that creature gains flying, first strike, and lifelink until end of turn, which pretty much almost makes them unblockable. And if they block it, your opponent has to basically lose a creature. And then we're going to get rid of the Mighty Leap and the Revitalize and put in another 2 Triumph of Gerards. So we get 4 Triumph of Gerards. Next we have Mentor of the Meek. So they gave us 1 of those, and we're going to need 3 more. So we're going to need 3 more Mentor of the Meeks, because that's going to be your card draw. That's how you're going to get, you know, more and more cards into your hand as you're casting all these weenie creatures. You don't want to run out of cards in your hand, and you want to slow down your deck. So we're going to have 4 Mentors of the Meek, so we got to get rid of 3 cards, and we're going to get rid of these 3. Knight's Pledge and 2 Dwarven Priests. Next, we're going to need 3 Leonin War Leaders. So the Leonin War Leader, he's a great creature. He's 4 for her, a 4/4. So, and then every time he attacks, you get 2 1/1 creatures with lifelink that also are attacking. So you, not only does he trigger that 1/1, so not only does he trigger Ajani's Welcome, but he also triggers Mentor of the Meek. So you're going to need 3 of those. So we're going to have to get rid of these 3 cards, the Pegasus Courser and the 2 Ajani Influence. Next, you're going to need 2 Benalish Marshals. Basically 3 for a 3/3, and then when all creatures you control get +1/+1, all other creatures get +1/+1, so he's a leader card. So you're going to have to get rid of the 2 Heralds of Faith. Next, from Dominaria, Danith Capuchin. She's 3 for a 2/2 legendary creature. So you want 2 of her. She's First Strike, Vigilance, Lifelink, Aura, and equipment spells you cast cost 1 color cells to cast. We don't have any Aura equipment spells, so it doesn't matter about that second ability, but the first ability, well, actually we do have some auras, which we haven't talked about yet. So we're going to add 2 of her, so we're going to have to get rid of Meteor Golem and Inspired Charge. We are keeping the 2 Luminous Bonds, which are auras, so they will help. Danitha will help cast those. 3 to cast to do to make target creature can't attack or block, and then we're also adding 2 Hieromancer's Cage. So in order to add the 2 Hieromancer's Cage, we're going to have to get rid of Sarah's Guardian. She's just too much mana, and we're going to have to get rid of one of our planes. Actually, for this deck, you don't need 25 mana source or 25 lands. You pretty much only need 23 because everything's such a low cost to cast. So we're going to have actually 24. We're going to have 22 planes. So we're going to have 22 planes. And then 2 Memorial to Glory, which sacrifice comes into play tapped, add a white, tap it to add a white, sacrifice it to create 2 1/1 white soldier tokens. So and then here is our upgraded Ajani deck. So you have Ajani, Wise Counselor, you have 4 of the Leonin Vanguards, 4 of the Ajani Pridemates, 4 Militia Buglers, 4 Ajani's Welcomes, 4 Triumph of Gerards, 3 Leonin War Leaders, 2 Danith Capuchin, 2 Hieromancer's Cage, 2 Luminous Bonds, 2 Memorial to Glories, 2 Benalish Marshals, and 4 Mentor of the Meek. So, and then 23 or 22 planes as well. So that's my take on Ajani, White Weenie, Planeswalker deck. If you like this video, please click on like, I appreciate any kind of comments you could give, even if it's just say hello or to say thanks, or even constructive criticism. Let me know what works, what you think works well and what doesn't work well. And also, don't forget to subscribe if you can. I don't make many videos, but when I do, I try to make them worthwhile. And you know, I like to either open packs or show you deck tech, or upgrade decks like this. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Also, like this video if you like this video. I look over the likes and see what people are liking and try to make more videos like that. So you guys have a great weekend and enjoy the rest of your day.